Yotta, you ain't know? Check this out. If you hear any noise besides this voice that you're hearing, that you hear coming from the video, if you have the willpower, just tune it out. All right. This specific video, this piece right here is a little bit more in detail about you and basically a little bit about myself and a little bit about, well, basically all in all, it kind of encompasses the creator of all, basically the most high of all creators. So there's some things that I would like to clear up, and this I would like to jump. I'm going to get to this little particular part right here. Okay, your awareness, those that have, that internal monologue, basically your awareness, the one that is aware of themselves having the thought, your awareness, that is who you truly are. That is your true self. All right. Your awareness is who you really are. You're, and you're having a human experience. All right. So that being said, okay, emotion is the language of the soul. All right. Emotion is the language of the soul. All right. So, that being said, some agendas were targeting your emotions. Basically, they all have been targeting your emotions to make you numb, to numb your heart, to things that are destructive and corrupt. So that being said, that's why some of them were getting involved with upgrading or doing something with artificial intelligence to basically try to attempt to numb you. All right. This is the time for healing. 2025 is not a good time to be on demon time. All right. I'm just letting you know. And this is shout out to one of the channels that I watch. So, this being said, and I also would like to say this. Me, I embody light and dark. All right. I can heal and also I can destroy. All right. That's just my gift. That's the part I play in this, so that being said, the ones that do gossip or here, I would like to clear this up a little bit. For those that don't know too much about astrology is basically the mysticism side of astronomy. Okay, when you start really getting into astrology, you start to learn about yourself and others. All right, even those that may have your same sign. Get into like knowing what your rising moon sign is, because it tells you about your mind. It tells you how you think. All right. At first, I didn't too much know about that until, I did the research and I found out what my rising moon is. My rising moon is Aquarius. All right. So, at first I thought I knew about astrology until I started looking at it more deeper on the astrology, and, because I was looking up more about what I am, or what basically about my birthday and stuff like that. So So there's a lot that you can find if you work on yourself, know thyself, you know. And everybody, if you don't know your purpose, if you look up palmistry and you look up your palms, all right, your palm is your map. Your palm is your map. Everybody has a different palm. Everybody's palm say something different. It's your roadmap in life. It tells you your heart line, your fate line, your lifeline. It tells you all of that. Everybody. It all means something. All right. If you choosing not to look this up, you're choosing to be ignorant. You can't say you know it all, and yet you are refused to know about yourself. So that just goes to show that you are contributing and basically contributing to ignorance and to being asleep. Okay, so the thing is, some people are going back into amnesia. Some people are on the new timeline. If you've been hearing about the 3D and 5D split, and then there's 4D kind of thing going on, whatever. So the thing is, I'm saying this to say that I literally embody light and dark. All right. So those that, and also, I would like to say, to know about your astrology also, know it deeply, know it well, know the ones around you. However, it tells you about your spiritual, your supernatural abilities. Not everybody, can do things with fire, like fire signs. Not everybody could do things with earth, like those that are earth signs. Not everybody could do things with water that are water signs. Not everybody could do things with air that are air signs. You got to tap into those supernatural abilities. That's on you. That's your homework. That's like your supernatural power, and it's been calling out to you. You got to know about the minerals and crystals. This is a whole crystal. I call her Heather. She's a healer. There's so the lady had a black one, she had a blue one, and she said the orange one's the only one that heals. So nobody's got one that's created just like her. Her hips are just phenomenal. I like to name my crystals, and the thing is, I've been going through a certain healing process and everything because somebody thought they were going to do some real diabolical black magic my way, and so the universe has seen it, and they are basically going through big total repercussions. All right, I'm just letting you know that. Maybe even though y'all don't see it, like, even though I don't look like what I've been through, well, that is something in itself. So the thing is to say, for y'all that allowed certain things to happen to certain people, but yet you turned your back or didn't say too much or whatever, what does that say about you? Shout out to one of the channels. What does that say about you? You allowing that to happen when you see something and you don't say anything. What's going on with your integrity? What's going on with your character? We're here building character. Your awareness is here to build character. It's building character. Your character is your power. Money don't rule everything. Money don't, and for y'all that's been doing things for money, guess what? Do you really care that much about trees? I got already said something. Do you care so much about money that you don't care about the trees? The trees that create fresh oxygen for you to breathe fresh air. Okay, for those little lumber companies or whatever is exploiting Mother Earth for resources, her natural resources. Did you know? I know beforehand I told y'all, or pray for somebody other than yourself. Or the thing is, did you or do you still pray for because who has prayed for Mother Earth? Who? Huh? I could safely, I did. I have. Mother Earth has a great gift. So she's awake and she's taking out certain individuals. So stop cutting down the trees. I'm just, this is a warning. I don't do threats. People just get warned around me. All right. So the thing is, like, sometimes, like, you got those people that like to play, joke around until the stuff's not funny. All right. Like, some people you can't take with you because they're toxic. They would like to sabotage you or see your downfall. They don't like you doing better than them. You know, me, I don't like to hurt things. I don't like to hurt anyone. You know, there was a vole, I believe it was a vole or a big mouse. It was a pretty big mouse. It had a long tail and everything. Because the thing is that it kept clawing, and then I said, look, and I gave it warnings. You know, even the tenant over here, you know, and he heard me because I be talking loud when I'm off camera. You know, sometimes the neighbor be hearing me. I be talking loud, and I told it find something safe to do. I told it stop scratch. I told it, you know, and the thing, you know, and I've been patching up like them little hole. You feel me? So then I even put a little mouse trap in it. You know, kind of thought it was gonna get around the mouse trap. Then it had the audacity to creep on the floor when I'm up like 2, 3 a.m. meditating. I'm doing my meditations because I'm sitting on my throne. You know, I'm activating my awareness, my self, my total self, and the totality, because it always lets me know that this here is a dream. It just looks real, and I can get things from the source of my awareness, where the Most High of all creators basically enjoys giving gifts, you know, to come into this dream. So I'm up around that time doing my meditation. It thought it was going to creep around. So basically, all in all, I let it go. You know, look, you know, basically it got caught up, and basically I killed it. Okay, I hit it with a shovel. You know, I wasn't playing. I had to trap it in this part of the room, and I boarded up and everything. You know, I kind of, you know, I was hit it a couple of times, you know, because it was hiding up under the clothes I had. You know, I was trying to, you know, and then it was run up out of there, and then, you know, then it kind of stopped somewhere, and I could tell it was hurt. Oh yeah, hurt. But I said, fine. I told you, and I told it. I said, I told you though. I warned you. You know, and and the thing is, some go too far to the point they want something to happen to them. Some people really go that length because they really want something to happen to them. All right, and then when it was under one of the tables, my black table over here, then it knew it knew it was over. It knew it was over because it was injured. It kind of curled up. Maybe it was trying to trick me, you know, because I told her, I said, look, I told the mouse, I said, look, I said, you think you smart. I said, humans are wiser. We are wiser. So the thing is, all in all, when it went up under that black table, then it ran out, tried to go back up under the clothes, right where it knew it was, I could tell it knew it was done. It knew it was done. And I cracked it. Once. And twice. As we was laying there shaking. I was like, look, if it moved, it wasn't moving. And I cracked it one more time. Just be sure. All right. Then I put it inside of what are the containers, what about big tubes? I wasn't really gonna touch it. I could have touched it, you know. Thing is, I threw it out. I threw it out in front of the yard, out in front of my fence and everything. And so then the next day, my squad, my message, like my crows get to crowing, and I'm like, what's going on? You know, so I go outside, you know, because I was doing some research and I seen like crows, they like peanut or they like certain nuts and grapes and stuff like that. And so they just showed me like, hey, is it cool? Like first I did though, I was looking at my camera and stuff like that, and I'm like, what is it really messing with that mountain? And yeah, they was pecking at that mountain. So I went outside, let them know, and I went out there to watch it eat. I went out there to watch them eat. You know, hey, because I told that mountain, I told that big old mountain, it was pretty big. I told it was pretty big and long. I told it I was going once it got inside that mouse trap, I was going to actually give it to the cats for them to play with it. But like then the crow, crows got a hold of it. Just they got to smacking the best out of it. It was, hey, doing they doing, and another big old bird cave did it, you know. So I was like, oh, I gave it warnings, you know, and yeah, it went somewhere. You feel me? So that goes to say some individuals, you know, like I said, like I can touch on these reptilians. Those reptilians are asexual, bro. They asexual, bro. They asexual. Almost like roaches. Okay, so that's how they get around. They like to use. They've been using money, mixing them with the grays, try to use money to get control of everybody. Thing is, their mask is falling off. They're asexual. Okay, that means they do each other. Like they do each other. They do each other. They do each other. I'm not contributing to none of that in any way. Type. I'm much wiser. I do not contribute to that. You feel me? And like, you know what I mean? She loves to remind me, like, baby, you got everything. Like, yeah, you can't really compare women, you know. And they've been basically trying to, you know, kidnap women and take women out, and dark skinned women and dark complexion women and everything. They time is up, y'all. You feel me? The best thing y'all could do is wisen up, you know, and get into your awareness. Tap into your meditation, your awareness. That's your real self. That's the real you. Okay, this body is your temple. It's not no meat suit. It's your temple. You feel me? Some call it avatar or vessel. Me, I like to call it my temple. Okay, you feel me? Y'all chose y'all temple. Be good to your temple. Your temple is really alive. You feel me? You take care of your temple gonna take care of you. It won't let people just misuse that body. It won't let people misuse your temple. They'll let them know, look, we belong to this specific consciousness, this specific awareness off rip, because they've been doing good to us. You know what I mean? Don't allow people to take you out of your character, take you out of your integrity. This is the year that, you feel me, this is the time to step up, because 2026 ain't gonna be good for certain individuals. Really, it's really not. You know, a lot of supernatural things are happening, and a lot of individuals, humans, they're finding about their astrology. They're finding out about, you know, their element, the element that has been calling out to them. They're getting in tune with it, and you know that, you know, we tapped into our superhuman abilities. Call it supernatural if you want. It is what it is. We're not really attached to electronics technology. Like I told you, like there's some abilities that, like, really, I believe I talked about it on a certain other video. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for those that y'all still go get your karma, okay? The thing is, if you continue to keep going down that path of trying to cover up instead of exposing, y'all really gonna have something really not so good happen to you. Very unfortunate. All right. So I'm saying, stop sending black magic my way. All right. And y'all talking and gossiping. All right. Because I got messengers too that let me know. I got messengers. The universe is very consciously aware and very aware of what's going on, and definitely enjoys letting me know. And I enjoy, like, letting ones know, like, y'all, I'm not the one. I'm not. Look, I'm gonna tell you something better. I'm the right wrong one to play with. I'm the right wrong one to play with. All right. Cause I'm gonna get you that karma that you really would like. Cause I got good karma. I'm in my dharma. I'm in my north node. Dharma is good karma. Okay, dharma, Dharma. All right. I'm the keeper of knowledge. I am the keeper of wisdom. I'm nothing to play with. I'm here to give my messages so the ones can activate and expand their consciousness and tap into their human abilities. And so, you know, because I already prayed. I've been prayed. Okay. I stayed prayed up. Okay. And little do you know, I prayed to the Most High of all creators for my super heaven. So yeah, I prayed for that some time ago. So it's being created. It's basically happening. So you know, prayers do work. You know. So like I said, you know, stay prayed up, tap into your awareness, get into your element. You know, because everybody's moving to a new chapter. Some are going to be left behind. Okay. I love y'all. Stay accountable.